I love this. They're trying to rescue one person and they're bringing all these people to rescue one person. That shows the love Americans have for each other. One person. Hello, what's the crack? What's the story? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking out Navy SEAL Delta Force rescue of Jessica Lynch. This looks very, very good. Oh my God. Let's go.
Saturday, March 23rd, 2003. An Army private wakes up inside an Iraqi hospital, confused and severely injured, taken prisoner of war after her unit was separated from a convoy and ambushed in Nasiriyah, Iraq. And the missing private's family anxiously awaited to learn the fate of their daughter. And after 9 days of captivity, Special Operations Command acquired intel on her whereabouts at the hospital. A team of Navy SEALs, Air Force PJs, Army Rangers, and Delta Force operators raided the hospital, breaching any and all doors in a daring rescue mission.
This is why I love the Americans. I say every single time. They don't leave anyone behind. They leave no one behind. They leave no one behind. They don't care if people are going to lose their lives rescuing this one lady. They don't care. People are willing to risk their own lives to rescue this one person. I love that. Come on. This is sick. I'm getting chills. This video is good as well. Let's go.
To recover and bring home Private First Class Jessica Lynch. This is the declassified story and footage of the rescue.
This stack there to the left. To the right. Do we have our the status mark? These go here, sir. Okay. I got the little birds I'm holding. I'm gonna go up toward them and then the chairs you want to land out. Come on, man. Let's get this girl.
On March 23rd, Jessica was part of a 100-mile-long, 600-vehicle convoy. She was attached to the 507th Maintenance Company when her unit became separated from the convoy after making a wrong turn. The Humvee, which Jessica was traveling in, driven by Lori Piestewa, was ambushed near Nasiriyah, a major crossing point over the Euphrates River. Lori Piestewa drove at a high rate of speed to evade the torrent of gunfire, but in a matter of seconds, the Humvee was hit by an RPG, sending the Humvee crashing into the rear of a tractor trailer. 3 inside were killed on impact. Lori Piestewa, Shoshana Johnson, and Jessica Lynch survived but were severely injured. Johnson, along with Private First Class Patrick Miller, would soon be stashed in various locations throughout Iraq.
What's your name?
Shana.
Shana?
And after the ambush, the Iraqis went back to check the vehicles and found Jessica Lynch and Lori Piestewa alive but in grave condition. They were both taken prisoner, and the families of the 507th anxiously awaited news of their missing.
This must be scary for the family, man. Look at the girl, the black girl. She was so scared as well. Jeez, wow.
Loved ones.
There was no time for proper memorial services for the 507. War meant they had to focus on the next military objective.
What do you think the fate of a woman is in the hands of Saddam Hussein?
She's gotta be scared. It's common sense what's gonna happen to female prisoners of war. It's inevitable.
Jessica Lynch and Lori Piestewa were taken to a Nasiriyah hospital. The Iraqi forces, otherwise known as the Fedayeen, were not stupid by any means. They knew exactly how far Americans would and wouldn't go. They would use buses to move around the city, as they understood U.S. troops wouldn't attack a civilian bus, and they applied this method to their staging areas and compounds, such as schools and hospitals. The hospital where they stashed Jessica and Lori. Although some of the hospital employees still remained and reportedly attempted to help the wounded Americans by applying bandages and administering IVs, it seems they may have done more harm than good, as Lori Piestewa, inadequately treated by doctors, succumbed to her wounds. And as for Jessica, she finally came to at the hospital and observed Iraqi men standing over top of her. And as she tried to flee, she realized in that moment she couldn't move in the severity of her wounds.
This must have been so scary for her, man. Imagine waking up seeing the enemy, like people you're fighting against, and you have no one on your side. This must have been so scary for her. God. Whoo! This is really games. I'm really enjoying this. I love stuff like this, man. I love it.
Two of the men in the hospital attempted to amputate Jessica's leg. Jessica fought them off with an oxygen mask, begging the men to leave her alone. And somehow, they eventually did. But this unpredictable behavior from her captors would continue over the next week. There are several different accounts of what exactly occurred at the hospital. The hospital staff, including Dr. Harith al-Hassona, reported to have shielded her from the Iraqi forces who overtook their hospital. Yet other accounts report that Jessica was beaten by Iraqi forces. It's my understanding that Jessica's account of what happened is somewhere in the middle. As on March 30th, Dr. al-Hassona reportedly attempted to deliver Jessica back to U.S. forces via ambulance. However, the ambulance was fired upon and she was returned to the hospital and left abandoned within. Alone, she feared she would die in the hospital, either at the hands of the Fedayeen or all likeliness of the building being bombed in the crossfires of a war. With what little hope she had, she held on to it. And as fate would have it, an Iraqi civilian tipped off a group of Marines. The man's claims were validated, and the man was sent back to the hospital to gather intel. And the op was made. A team of Navy SEALs and an element from the Joint Special Operations Task Force 121, composed of U.S. Army Special Forces Green Berets, Air Force PJs, Army Rangers, 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment, and Delta Force, coordinated the operation. And fun fact, former Navy SEAL Andy Stumpf was part of this team, which is, I think that's pretty cool. Intelligence gathered at the time reported that the hospital could potentially hold 500 plus Fedayeen adversaries. The ops team ran scenarios through tape outlines of the hospital blueprints. They knew where the doors and stairs were. The op would run a decoy in the streets, directing overt actions away from the hospital. Smaller birds would land on the roof and deploy snipers, while a half-gaff of Black Hawk helicopters and a Humvee ground crew would rendezvous directly at the hospital. And
I love this. They're trying to rescue one person and they're bringing all these people to rescue one person. That shows the love Americans have for each other. One person. What? I love that. I don't know. I get chills easily, but this gives me chills. That gives... You know, wow.
Make entry. The plan was just about as perfect as the plan could be. And on the evening of April 1st, the team of special operators raided the hospital to save Private Jessica Lynch.
Looking good,
real good.
You
Eyes
can
open.
probably start swinging, Tony. Looking at 3 o'clock. Now to our 2, we're going to start swinging for the building.
Roger, you're clear.
Looking good. No pass from John. They should be stopping right now.
I'm okay to pass.
You're looking
coming
good.
out. 2-2's coming out.
Okay, looking good, John.
Power and
I got you at 96, 80%. Got the shaft. Looking good. Tony, searching the highway. Looking good, John. 100 feet. Power, 87. Coming right over the building. Don't blow by.
I'm okay.
Over the building. Good.
What you got?
Get him out. 112.
What you got? Ropers away.
Power good, John.
Left, hold what you got.
Easy on that cycling.
Okay. You're good. You left, come right.
Looking good.
Yeah, I go
I got you at 150. Looking good. Out the left door there. You guys see anything in here might affect anybody?
And Bertha, on time. Understand Bertha, on time. Tower, lady, 04. Okay, gas cost over. Coming through 50 knots, 50. Roger, sir. 1-2 is out. Yeah, just doing highlights. I got some flyers up there on the front. I have a car on this side. Car, I see the car.
Was that someone parachuting down? Is that an helicopter? This footage. Is that a helicopter or is that someone parachuting down? Please let me know. That's so vivid. Like a POV, a point of view, you can see what's going on right there. That's too close.
Go ahead. Gotcha. Keep an eye on that corner right out there, about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Roger. Convoy. Yeah, sure does. Yeah, I've seen just a little bit of tracer fire going from our tail to the left. No factor really. Should be good. There weren't lights, or at least the outside lights. Okay, let it run. This is impressive. Okay, they're setting up blocking positions off to the right. All your weapons are hold to the right. All your weapons are hold period right now. Roger. Roger. Making sure. Come on, man. Let's get this girl.
Princess 43, Golf 01. Passes. Touchdown. Over.
It's a touchdown. 43, Roger.
This is so impressive. They've gone to the hospital without anyone, There's no gunfight so far. How?
Here she comes, fellas. Move this way. Okay, right now we've got Hilo coming up. Both radios.
Wow.
The stack there to the left. To the right.
Here's going.
Do we have our the status on her? She's coherent, sir. Okay. Hey, got the little birds holding. I'm going to go up towards them and let them a chance to fall in. Okay, I see. Bravo, taxi, what's coming? We're safe now. Roger, SoCal. That's will be flying Bravo taxiway, intersection Bravo Delta.
And check 43, flight report when all landed.
What happened? Out. So you're telling me did they just go into the hospital and nothing happened? Like there was no gunfight? That can't be possible. There has to be something. Please tell me what's going on.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
The operation went as smooth as possible. The intel of the 500 plus Fedayeen was a bust. However, according to the acting inspector general of the DoD at the time, the team received enemy fire from the hospital and the surrounding buildings, but neutralized the threat without suffering casualties. 11 bodies were recovered at the same time of Lynch's rescue, 9 from a shallow grave site and 2 from the hospital morgue, including the body of Lori Piestro. On April 3rd, Jessica arrived in Germany and had her first round of surgeries. On April 12th, she returned to the United States to Walter Reed Medical Center. And on July 21st, she's presented with the Bronze Star, Purple Heart, and POW medals for her service in captivity in Iraq. And on July 22nd, Jessica Lynch is discharged from Walter Reed Medical Center and is finally brought home.
Camera right there.
Smile. You just smile for the family.
So your folks will see
There
how
you
you're
go.
doing. They're gonna be
You're
so
doing
glad
great,
to see
Jessica.
you.
You're doing wonderful. Okay.
Welcome back.
I need your arm. I need your arm, Bob. I need to get her out here.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button.
Do subscribe. I'm gonna put a link to this video on the description as well. This was so beautiful to watch, man. Look at her face there, being rescued. She must have been so scared because she's not sure. Are these people with me? I don't know. But that must have been so scary. But I really enjoyed it. I love watching stuff like this, man. It's so inspiring. Do you know what I mean? For the next generation to see what people have done. Do you know what I mean? So that they can have freedom. Please like, comment down below, subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye bye.